Welcome to Mark Twain Lake Fishing Intel, your bass, crappie, and catfish resource. If you're looking to become a better angler while you're here at Mark Twain Lake, we provide all the latest tips, tricks, and know-how to make your fishing trip the best it could be and learn different techniques that's going to put more fish in the boat while you're here at Mark Twain Lake. Whether you're a seasoned tournament angler or you just like to fish for fun, we got you covered. Get all the latest daily and weekly fishing reports that will help you put more fish in the boat. So become a member today of Mark Twain Lake Fishing Intel and stay up to date on what's going on here at Mark Twain Lake. Now, a word from our sponsors. Check out 154 Marine in Perry, Missouri. New and used boats available, with a full line of Tahoe pontoons for all you pleasure boaters out there. And a full line of Excel boats. A full service shop, along with a full line of accessories to get you back out on the water. The Hunting Corner, located in Monroe City, Missouri, where they have a full line of ammunition, hunting rifles, and more. They also have plenty of fishing gear, along with minnows, rods, reels, and plenty of archery gear to make your hunting trip a success. And don't forget about all your lawn care needs here at the Hunting Corner with the small engine repair shop as well. And Luke Mitchell, your Missouri land specialist with High Point Land Company. Give him a call for all your hunting and recreational land at 573-541-1232. And the Junction Restaurant, located in Perry, Missouri, Highway 19 and 154. If you're looking for steak, chicken, pasta, and more, check out the Junction Restaurant in Perry, Missouri. So let's start the show.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to Mark Twain Lake Fishing Intel. I'm with Dennis Lawrence Jr. of Northeast Missouri Angler, catfish guide here at Mark Twain Lake, and thanks for joining me today.
No problem.
And what we're going to do is just, he's going to kind of give a recap on his catfish trips and how the catfishing was here at Mark Twain Lake this last spring and summer and all that good stuff. So we'll just get right into it and let him take over.
Well, catfishing, I start catfishing probably about end of March. It was fairly early this year. The water temp, it wasn't as cold as it was in prior years starting in the spring for whatever reason. We didn't even have a hard freeze this year.
Right.
This last winter. So the lake warmed up to that 50-degree mark pretty quick. Usually it's about the middle of April. This year it's towards the end of May when we started getting the 50-degree water. From April, May was awesome. April was good. As far as size, numbers were down from prior years overall for the year, but even in the spring the numbers were down a little bit. But what I found is this last spring, this year, I caught more fish in that 15-pound to 30-pound range.
Oh wow.
Big blues in the spring. As far as that went, I mean, we were catching them in the daytime. Springtime, I fish mainly daytime, not as much at night. Usually about the middle of May, I start switching. When the nights get up to where you don't need a heavy coat and clothes,
Right.
Where you're not all bundled up at night, then I'll start going night trips if people want to do night trips. Usually that's about the middle of May, most years, middle to end of May. April, I did quite a few guide trips. We were catching nice fish, and we were catching them in under 4 foot of water. There was a couple trips where we doubled up on 20 plus fish, 20-pound plus fish.
Right.
A lot of times in the spring though, in April, we were only catching 5 or 6 fish when we go out, which is not unusual in the spring because I'm not targeting channel cats. I'm looking for bigger fish in that spring bite when because that's what everybody wants to catch the monster,
Yeah.
and Mark Twain has some big ones in it, but not in the numbers like you see some of the guides that are fishing, taking people out to Truman and down south by St. Louis. Show Me Catfish is the big one down there.
Right.
Where they go out, they catch, 20 fish a day, and 3/4 of them are going to be 10 pounds or bigger, and chances are you got a pretty good chance of catching that 30 to 50 pound fish down there.
Right.
We just don't have that many other big fish in our lake, you know. What I've seen in the spring was, like I said, bigger fish, more than numbers, which is not unusual. About the middle of May, that kind of had the best of both worlds for a while. Had one trip, guys called me up, they wanted to catch flatheads. Well, there's flathead in Mark Twain, but not in the numbers there was in the 90s. You know, in the late 90s and early 2000s. And there's not the sizes that you're seeing on average back then, even blues or flatheads. The fish are long gone, trout liners. If you do trout lines, it's legal. I'm just not a fan of trout lines at all. And the fiberglass poles. Over the years, locals especially, they'll run lines from as soon as the ice is off the water until there's ice on it again, constantly. They take every big fish.
Right.
You know, they're throwing back before 5 to 10 pounders if they throw them back, but they keep everything big. You know,
Right.
and that's went on for years. And that's part of the difference now, the conservation now compared to back then.
Right.
You know, back in the 90s, everybody kept the big ones. I mean, I did it too. You know, it's just something everybody did. Everybody caught the big, oh, we're catching these big fish. Now we're paying a price for what we did 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
You know, and really it's starting to change more. You're starting to see more self-conservation, at least on the rod and reel end of it, especially on the tournament end of it now.